I would say that Canada, BC, and Alberta, one of the things that they do really well is that they have a very rigorous and consistent regulatory regime already in place, which really speaks to a huge advantage to the industry as a whole here already. And certainly, embracing technology and the trends in digitization and the things that we're doing around, trying to express, what and how commodities are truly produced and the attributes and the externalities that went into them. That's really answering to a big part of the paradigm shift that we're seeing in the consumer right today. And I think that BC and Alberta and Canada are really well positioned to address that. So digital feedstock is what we actually produce. So I'll take a step back. The process, it's not just about the data, it's actually really about everything that went into the production of a given commodity. So all of the externalities, which could include social factors, it includes things that happened during the initial setting up of a facility, the construction. We absorb and contextualize the actual engineering drawings of every facility, and that gives us a bit of a bottom-up approach, and it creates a unique DNA for the production at a given place or a given point in where it's produced. And so that's kind of unique, but it takes it a step further than that, in that, sure, we're a data factory and we create this bottom-up DNA of production with all of its externalities, but we also absorb and take in third-party certifications, verifications that validate certain things in the production process, such as best practices, labor practices. There's any number of different externalities that we can basically extract from this. And that's where the exciting part about this is. It's really not about data digitization for its own sake. It's really about understanding in a much more contextual way where things are made, how they're made, and what that how does that impact our society, our environment going forward, right? And really what it does is it drives intelligent procurement decision making. It's really, it is a huge opportunity because, as I mentioned earlier, Canada and BC, Alberta, they're already doing a lot of the right things from a regulatory perspective and compliance. And really, this is the next evolution. It's the next step. I think Canada can really shine, right? Because a lot of our gas producers and our future LNG producers are going to be, head and shoulders above a lot of other players in the world, and that's how, But it still comes back to, you can say that all you want. You have to prove it. And it's the digitization and the contextualization that we're doing that basically supports and underpins, the facts. Our goal is really to digitize all commodities, and it's really about driving that consumer demand on making intelligent procurement decision making. So to the extent that what we've discovered is really a lot of producers are doing the right thing. They didn't realize that they actually had a profile or an attribute profile that could be of value to other folks in the world, for that matter. And so really, it's about embracing these kinds of technologies and what we're doing, and understanding that there has been a bit of a paradigm shift in terms of how the consumer is the consumer's perspective on how commodities are made, their impact on the environment, and their choice around how they want to consume those commodities and which ones, and presumably from which producers. Well, Vancouver's a great venue for a conference like this, and it's an opportunity where all the all the folks in the industry across, certainly within BC and Alberta, plus a number of international players come together, and there couldn't be a better place to do that.